My name is Sylvia, and I'm 43 years old. I'm a mom of 4 kids, one already 23, an older kid, and I think I just really want people to understand that I can relate to them in so many different ways. I'm a domestic abuse survivor. I've been in very, very abusive physical situations, relationships. I've been through very bad mental and emotional abusive relationships. And so I think being in those kind of relationships and going through the trauma and abuse that I've been through, I think I can relate to a lot of other people that way. And being able to tell my story, because I wish somebody would have related their story to me when I was younger, I guess, when I was going through it. The people that I want to reach as my target audience are other women who've been through the same things that I've been through. Having abuse and trauma in relationships, what I allowed myself to go through in those relationships. So getting that story out and finding others who can relate to that, I think is really who I'm trying my hardest to reach. I think it can definitely reach men in different levels, not only just who are putting the trauma in the relationship, but also dealing with trauma in the relationship from women who've been scarred. You know, I think that's a huge thing for me, is being in a relationship when I've been so scarred and trying to make that work with somebody is definitely hard. It's hard, and I wish I had like a step guide that I can kind of follow to make my relationship better, and I don't. So I think that being able to tell my story of how I've done it in my relationship and how we've been able to cope with all of this, I think is something that would definitely be helpful for other couples. I wish that I had that. So speaking to like the women that I'm looking to reach, I think my biggest thing is being able to let them find peace, finding a place of true happiness, trying to bring some type of wholeness and value to their life, something that I didn't have for a long time, that I couldn't find within myself. I just kind of want to be able to provide that peace of mind for them, or letting them know that they are valuable, that as women we are valuable, and that we deserve a lot better than what we subject ourselves to sometimes. So, but to couples, when it comes to dealing with relationships, one thing that I definitely want to be able to bring is the understanding of the patience and sacrifice that it takes in that relationship to actually get to where your relationship can be successful, where it can develop into something good, rather than it being something negative. I really just want to let everybody know what the purpose of my channel is, and more than just telling my story, I honestly want to get across my recovery. I think that's huge. I think that being through trauma, dealing with the depression, the anxiety, and the BPD, which is probably the hardest thing for me. The borderline personality disorder has been really difficult for me because it's new. Finding out all these new things and learning how to change them has been hard for me. So I honestly think that letting others see that there is still hope, even with a mental disorder, that there's still hope for people to change. I think that's big for me, because I feel like if I can change from the extreme of where I was, and even though it's still a slow process, I'm still changing and I'm still evolving every day. It's a long, hard road to go through, but it's so worth it.